guys, so today I'm going to be taking a look at I guess sort of a vintage Barbie at this point. This one's from the Modern Circle collection and her name is Melody. The Modern Circle was a series that they had in the early 2000s where they reintroduced a lot of classic Barbie head molds and sort of gave them a new life by giving them to brand new characters, and Melody was one of the characters that they introduced in this series. All of the head molds were taken from the mod era of Barbie. That's why it's called Modern Circle. See, the mod is more bold than the rest of the title. I only got her for $20, and I know that she usually goes for like around the $50, $60 price point. And I had been watching her for a while and nobody else was picking her up, so I figured why not? Now on the back of her box, it sort of gives you like a backstory of the character and also a look at the overall aesthetic of the era. Very much so Y2K, MySpace. They even mentioned Yahoo.com. That was back whenever Yahoo was relevant. So this was my childhood, whenever the internet was getting really big and everything was new and it wasn't as toxic as it is nowadays. It was sort of like the in-between of whenever the internet was becoming really prevalent in modern day society. So it says, Modern Circle Melody, a carefree people pleaser who is everyone's best friend. Melody is a production assistant to Barbie at Modern Circle Production Company. Highly energetic and happy, she is the sunshine of the studio. She loves pawing around with Ken. In her eyes, they're just best friends. ... Uh-oh. Watch out, Barbie. Ken is wrapping his television show and receives a call from Melody. Guess what? You got the job, blurts Melody. Ken excitedly responds, Wow, thanks, Mel. I owe it all to you. How about dinner to help celebrate? I can't tonight. The crew is working late to prepare for the start of the production. Rain check? Asks Melody. Ken is thrilled not only to be hired for a great project, but for the simple fact that he will be seeing Melody every day. He can barely contain his happiness. It's really honing in on the fact that Melody's trying to take Barbie's man. Was that the thing? I'm not too awfully familiar with this series, so I don't really know, like, was there like a love triangle thing going on? Melody fun facts. I love how they put like a R at the end of her name as if that's not one of the most common names in the world. Melody was adopted as a toddler and considers herself a child of the world, diligently saving for her travel fund to balloon over the Serengeti. Discover their entry at onemoderncircle.com, powered by Yahoo. I had to go on the Wayback Machine and see what that website looked like back then. So here I am using the Wayback Machine to go back in time to show you all what the Barbie website looked like whenever I was a kid, back in 2003. I hope that this also gives you all an idea of what the Barbie branding was like during that era.
See my new movie, Barbie of Swan Lake.
And here's a look at the onemoderncircle.com website that was created by Mattel to promote the stall line. I kinda miss how companies used to make these exclusive websites like this with all these fun games and activities to promote their new product. This specific screenshot was taken on July 6, 2003, right after the doll line launched, and the website lasted until around mid-2006. Both of these websites were entirely powered by Flash, and I made sure to record both of these segments back in December of 2020 because of the inevitable fate of the engine. I'm not sure how the Wayback Machine team is going to preserve these old Flash games and websites, but I hope they find a way, because if not, this might end up being the last known archive of this website. And here you can see the three characters. So you got Barbie that had this really weird orange hair that used the 1960s Barbie head sculpt. Ken that used the classic Ken head sculpt from the same era, and Simone, who had darker skin. She was the Steffi face sculpt that everybody loves, that I really wish that they would bring back in modern playline. Doll stand included for adult collectors. See, adult collectors, see, this is actually an adult collector doll, so This is technically the first adult collector doll. Well, damn, you can see me on the camera. This is the first adult collector doll that I'm technically reviewing on the channel. I love how they're doing the Mattel logo in blue on here. It's such a more pleasing color than the stark red that they usually are known for. Oh. So while I was unboxing her, I started to notice a couple things. First off, the 1 is actually part of the title. So it's One Modern Circle, not just Modern Circle. I thought this was a 1 because she was the first doll in the collection, and I also started to realize just how high quality this doll really is. I'm going to start off with her accessories because they keep trying to fall off of her. She comes with this tote bag, and unfortunately it's made out of that old leather material that falls apart over time, so as you can see it's kind of starting to decay. And it comes with this newspaper inside. Oh my god, this actually has real words on it. I'm not going to read all this, but this is some awesome detail. It just says a lot about the lives of the characters in this collection, and it kind of treats them as celebrities in this universe. And it also comes with this book that, guys, there's writing in here. This is going to make for a really cool doll prop. Some of these pages just have like random scribbles for the words. And she comes with this coffee cup that just kind of pops into her hand. It's got some sticker detailing on there. There's actually a brown piece of plastic on the inside that looks like coffee. You can see the hole on her hand where the coffee cup pops into. Normally on these older dolls, that's where a ring would go. I think this is a really creative solution to hold the cup in her hand. You know, she has real metal jewelry. Look at that. So she's got this real metal bracelet that has these gemstones on it that are really reflective. They look really good with her hair, the orange and blue contrast. That's amazing. You don't see this nowadays. She's got the classic twist and turn Barbie head mold, but it's been altered to fit on this pivotal body so it can rotate. And that's a really good thing, because that means I can put her on a made-to-move body and not have any sort of issues. I like the unique head molds that are used on the dolls in this collection, but I'm not too big on the face paint that they chose. It's really expressive, but it's a little bit too cartoony for my taste, so I'm probably going to pay to have somebody repaint her for me. This is so funny to me. If you squeeze the bottom of her face, it looks like she's eating. This is my first doll with this head mold, so I'm just kind of like admiring it. It looks so crazy from the side. Look how deep her eye ridge is right there on her profile view. As far as her outfit goes, she has this metal bronze necklace that matches her bracelet, and it's kind of sewed to her shirt, so I'm gonna have to snip that off. She's wearing this knitted black shirt that's actually held together in the back with snaps, and that's another thing you don't see nowadays with Barbie. Her pants are this really interesting black and gold fabric. I'm not sure if this is like gold threading or if this is just printed on, but they're really, really thick, and you can just feel how high quality they are. Her boots are an interesting shape. They're actually a little bit higher than you would expect them to be. They go about like halfway up her lower leg. It's an interesting fashion choice, but this was the early 2000s. Around her waist, let me see what this is. This is actually its own separate shirt. Why did I think this was just gonna be like a strip of fabric? So I'm not really sure if this is how it's supposed to go, but I thought it was just supposed to be like sort of a cover up to go over her other shirt, because why else would she have two shirts? But I don't know, I was just really surprised that this was actually a whole nother piece of clothing. That's awesome. I do like her freckles though. She just looks really, really comfy. And with all this 2000s fashion coming back, she kind of even looks modern by today's standards. So she has the pivotal body, which has rotation at the elbow and the shoulder and the head and the waist and the legs. The upper legs have an elastic band around them so they can rotate freely, and she has a bend at the knee and pointed feet. This articulation isn't bad, and I do really like the rotation in the waist, but I do really miss the wrist articulation, so she will be getting a new body. Alright, well that was my review of Barbie One Modern Circle Collection Melody. The quality on this doll was impeccable, and this really was a different era for Barbie, a different era for toys in general. And I know that a lot has happened over the years with the economy and now COVID and everything, so partially I understand why we don't get quality fashion dolls like this anymore, but then I remember Integrity Toys exists. So, as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much.